Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be totally honest. I've been sick the past couple of days, and I don't know if I'm still asleep, dreaming, but The Rock is the new WWE Champion, and I expected that. The way it ended, I don't know if that's the way that they should have done it. Hmm. Uh, I don't know, I'm really confused about it. However, most of the other mid-card part of the show was pretty good. The Kane Daniel Bryan match was entertaining, even though my guys lost. And maybe I was picking I was a little blinded by favoritism in this pay-per-view because I mean I love Damian Sanders, I love Cody Rhodes. I marked out for Goldust versus Cody. That was a very good little altercation they had. Um, just left a bad taste in my mouth. And then they didn't even have Cena and The Rock like face off or anything. So I, I don't know. If I were to give the pay per view a rating, I'd give it 3 out of 5. The Rock Punk match was the thing I was buying it for. And they ended up botching most of the moves. The Spanish announce table jobbed because of the lack of respect it got from The Rock. That's why it jobbed. The Rock has got to lose a few pounds if he wants to rock bottom somebody. I mean, CM Punk is only like 200 pounds, maybe, right? And The Rock must be like near 270 or so. That's 470 pounds. Like, that's a lot of weight. And I think he just stepped on it wrong. It looked bad. They fell right through. I was kind of half hoping that he broke his knee, and that would really ruin their plans of The Rock being champion. I, even though I do like The Rock, I do like The Rock. I just have not been impressed with him the past 2 years he's been back. He had, like, his rock concerts, it's just not the same. He's just the people, the people, the people. And that's fine, but I'm not one of the people. I'm an internet fan. We like people like Daniel Bryan. We like people like CM Punk. And I really think it was almost an injustice what happened at the pay-per-view. But there's a silver lining to this. In the comments, you guys have been giving me your ideas. One of them that I'm hoping comes true, even though he'll lose to Undertaker at the WrestleMania pay-per-view, is Punk versus Undertaker. Think about it. He contacts the Shield on Raw, and then he yells at them, berates them, and then lights go out during one of his matches. He gets beat down, and he goes, "It was the Shield the whole time," and then the Shield goes, "It wasn't us," and then boom, and you just hear chaos, and then all three of the Shield members are down, and Undertaker's standing there behind Punk. I can see them doing great things with this, and it would get Punk off of the championship because Punk could say so many things. Punk is a master with words. He could say something like, "I'm the best WWE champion in modern history. I don't need the championship to prove it. It was rigged. My championship was stolen. I don't even want a rigged championship." And then he can just go on his own way. He's a heel. He can say whatever he wants and do whatever he wants. Um, surprisingly, best match of the night, Big Show and Alberto Del Rio taking match of the night for me. I wasn't expecting a whole lot. I really was not. And even though the match kind of started off, just kicks, punches, I mean, it's Big Show, what are you going to do? I was surprised that Big Show was being that ruthless, throwing him into it wasn't glass, it was like plastic, but the plastic lighting, smashing it near his head, it was really, really good. Ricardo had a good part, but the table was the best part, and maybe it's because I'm a mark for tables, but they went up to the top on one of the lighting structures, and there was a table set up near the ramp, or the entranceway. There wasn't a ramp, and Big Show chokeslammed Del Rio through the table off of the top of the lighting structure. It was awesome, and it was the first match of the night. Set a really good pace, and then it all, kind of started to go downhill as soon as I found out, because I didn't watch the pre-show match. I was watching the TV, and I thought the TV version would have the match, but the YouTube version, like, that's kind of a messed up thing. If you're going to show the match, you should show it on the TV as well. So, I don't know. Anyway, so they duct taped Big Show's feet to the ropes, and I didn't like it when Cena did it to Batista. And I don't really like it with Ricardo doing it to Big Show, but I understand why. There was really no other way. So that was fine, and it was a great match, and choke slamming through the table onto concrete, Alberto Del Rio should win like that. That's fine. One thing I was disappointed about was the Royal Rumble match was good, but it was just, goes down to Sheamus, Cena, and Ryback. And for like a split second, I was like, well, Ryback could win. But I was still thinking that Punk was going to win, so I was like, if Ryback wins, he could go for Dolph after he cashes in Money in the Bank. Start a whole feud off of there, but no. They went with the really simple decision of Cena winning the Rumble. And I don't know, the pay-per-view was like really overhyped and underwhelming to me. The Punk match was full of botches. The table broke before he could rock bottom. Punk threw it. It was kind of underwhelming. There was like 30 minutes, or like, let's see, it was 20 minutes. There were still about 20 minutes to go when the match really ended. After Shield triple power bombs Rock into the table. And that I liked, but I don't like Michael Cole saying, it was the Shield, it was the Shield. This is how, like, you would have generated something. I don't know. It just left a bad taste in my mouth. It was like Miz kind of did the same thing a couple WrestleManias ago, where the match was restarted, and The Rock came out, Rock bottom Cena 1, 2, 3, and Miz beat Cena at the WrestleMania, and that'll always count for something. But I mean, this is the Royal Rumble. You didn't need to do that. And as soon as Damien Sandow and Cody Rhodes, their titles didn't, come to them, I was like, there's no title change. They're not going to have a pay-per-view without a title change, unless there's some Divas match that I don't know about, or Intercontinental match that I don't know about. So I kind of had a feeling. And then after the Royal Rumble, when Cena won, I was like, oh no, I don't like this. And then during the match, it was botchy. I was kind of bored. It wasn't a great match put on by these two, and they can definitely do more. I was kind of wondering if, because of the ending, was Shield powerbombing Rock into the announce table. I was wondering if they were just saving the best for the Elimination Chamber, which kind of would be a shitty thing to do if you're two guys who have just entertained people who paid 65 some odd dollars to watch you wrestle a great match. I just don't think it was a great match. The match of the night went to Alberto Del Rio and Big Show. And the Royal Rumble match, if it wasn't Cena, I probably would have given that match of the night. We had Epic Returns. Chris Jericho was number 2. I was expecting Khali to be number 2. And then Ziggler going over on him, making him look good. But Jericho came back. Godfather came back. I think the best storyline of the pay-per-view was Team Hell No. They won their championships. However, they you could see the cracks. During the Royal Rumble, Daniel Bryan eliminated Kane. Someone tried to eliminate Daniel Bryan. He grabbed onto him and he was hugging him. He caught him. So no Biggie Langston catching Ziggler, which I kind of think is, well, why the hell were you having him catch him all the way leading up to the Rumble? Like a lot of things, like they just decided to switch. Maybe they watch my channel because they know I'm the best in the world and I'm the YouTube champion, and they're like, nah, we're gonna screw Derek. Because I really wanted Rock to lose and Damien Sandow and Cody Rhodes to win. I didn't really care about the other matches. I just figured that's what would happen. So anyway, Kane and Daniel Bryan, they're hugging, and it was a great scene. It was very funny. It was probably the most entertaining part of the pay-per-view. And Daniel Bryan's like, throw me back in. And Kane's like, no. What? No. And then, like, he almost throws him back in, and then he just drops him, and he walks away. It was very, very good. So I'm expecting some sort of rematch for the Tag Team Championships tomorrow against Rhodes Scholars, and them winning tomorrow at Raw Roulette. It is Raw Roulette. The only worry I have with The Rock winning this early sorry, is, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with him? Who's he gonna fight? 3-man band for 2 months? The Shield for 2 months? Like, it's just very confusing. I give the overall pay-per-view maybe a 2.5 out of 5. I enjoyed half of it. The other, I kind of thought it was, junky. But that's just me though, and I'm being very optimistic. Typically, I'd be pissed off that Punk lost, but I'm being very optimistic that they have big plans for WrestleMania, and hopefully it's not just the cookie cutter plan of Rock, Cena and Ryback, Taker, just like things that have been on the dirt sheets for almost a year now, and I just don't want to see that. So do something different, WWE, please, please. I am Derek the Ginger King, Leprechaun V2, RKO Servant 001, whatever you want to call me, your YouTube champion.